What's right next to me is a 15-inch Dayton drill press that I got for free at a garage sale a few years back. And it works, but this power cord is disintegrating on it. And you'll see in a minute when I take this plug apart to see how bad it actually is, but it's become a safety hazard and I don't like leaving this thing plugged in because of it. But everything else on it works just fine. This motor's fine, and the switch works fine, but I was planning to replace it anyway with something different, and you'll see exactly what my plans are for this thing. So today we're going to be fixing this Dayton drill press. The first thing I'm going to start off with is this plug, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, because it's bad. Because I hacked this plug on here because when I bought it, the plug was missing, and the guy just told me it needed a plug. Well, it needs more than a plug, but I just had to put it together just to make it work temporarily, because at the time I had to have a drill press, and this was the only drill press that I had. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this apart and you'll see what exactly I'm talking about. And unfortunately, it's this whole cord that's like this. All right, here you go. You see this right here? That is the hot side. And then if you look over here, the rubber is just flaking off the neutral side. And same with the ground, it's just flaking off. That's why I'm worried about this being a fire hazard. Thankfully, this won't be a problem much longer. And I am gonna reuse this plug because this plug is good, and these plugs, they're not cheap. Especially if you get a good high quality one, which that's what this one is. All right, switch is coming out. And by the way, if you guys hear noise in the background, that's my washing machine and dryer. I'm washing my clothes while I'm doing this. Come on, switch. Quite a curious switch too. It's just a push button, but it's just an on and off switch. It's a push button. And by the way, there's no junction box back here. They just ran the wires here and had a cutout for a traditional light switch, basically. That's all they did back then. It's not like now where they make specialty switches for everything. I wonder if somebody replaced this cord at some point, because it is 16 gauge on here when it really should be, in my opinion, 14 gauge, which that's what I'm going to be putting on here, because 16 gauge just seems a little thin for that big motor that this thing has. So maybe that's part of the reason why it's disintegrating. It got hot at one point and it started melting the insulation. It could just be rot. I don't know. I'm not an expert in any of this. This screw is 5 miles long though. Come on. All right. Yeah, this is disintegrating here too. Bye-bye, old cord. You will not be missed. I'm gonna find that screw back. Even though I'm not gonna reuse this switch, I am gonna hold on to it because I could possibly use it for something in the future, because it's not bad. Okay. Contactor screws need to go back in. If you notice, they just put 2 little crimp-on ends at the end and just ran them through the screws, which honestly is probably what I'm gonna do too. And then they just taped, interestingly, they taped the ground and neutral together, which is something you're not supposed to do. So because of that, I'm gonna say that yes, somebody at some point replaced it and they didn't wire it properly. I'm gonna go ahead and chop it out of there and go from there. Yeah, this is just disintegrating as I'm speaking, but yeah, that's something they should have never have done. What's this being caught on? I had discovered that there's actually a little angle or a little bracket inside there. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna get to it, but supposedly I can loosen it up right here. Oh yeah. There we go. Well, I got so far and got stuck. Oh, okay. Is there a way to take this whole thing off so I can get to it? Well, this was not going to be as easy as I thought, but it's got to get pulled out anyway. Oh, that's easy. That came out better than I thought. I sound like an idiot right now. Okay, it's out of there. Now it's time to take it off the motor. Okay, so I actually decided to come back to this stretch because there's a lot more wiring involved here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the wire to the new switch. Just to let you know, this wire that I have here, it's 14.3 extension cord wire. So it's a heavier gauge cable than what this thing originally had on it when I got it. Because like I said, I don't think this is the proper gauge cable. At the very least, I think it should have 14 gauge because that just seems way too thin. 16 gauge just seems way too thin. So this is down. By the way, the return spring on this doesn't work anymore either. So I gotta manually lift it up. The spring is all wallered out. Okay. Okay, that should be good. Now, I need to make sure that this is not going to hit any mechanical components in here. And so far, it's not. Because if this hits any mechanical components, it'll rub the insulation off and cause a fire. Now this goes to the motor, so we'll keep that there. And now this, I'm going to leave a little extra length on it, and this is going to go to a lamp. So I'll put a plug on the end of this. There. So lamp, motor, that's the old motor. This is the new motor, power, and then power. Okay. Now, I should have marked these and I did not. So let me see if I could see which one is which. Well, I just screwed up. This top one, this middle one, this top one goes to the extension cord. I remember that. This, I think, goes to the, this, I believe, goes to the motor. I do believe. And then this is power, although I can't pull it anymore because I locked it in place. Let me find a trouble light real quick to verify because I can't see in there. I can see if I'm right. I do believe I am. And this light is crappy. Yeah, I believe so. I still can't see very well, but yeah, I do believe I am right. Because if I remember correctly, this was the bottom one, which was power in, and then these go to the accessories. One goes to the motor, and one goes to the light. So yeah, I do believe that I am good. There, so these two set off to the side for now and come back to them. Now, here's what I was gonna put in here, if I could find it. All right, so I figured out where I put the switch. It was in the car yet, but this is what I'm gonna be using. It's one of these double switches, and this is an industrial grade one, so it should be able to handle the current of this motor. So it's gonna go right here. The one's gonna control the motor, and the other one's gonna control the light. So that's what I'm gonna put in here. And of course, I got a new plate to put on it, so it's gonna look like that. So first things first, though, I need to strip back the insulation and try to be gentle and not cut into the insulation below. And there's one thing I do like about this cord. It's got fuzzies under it, like this, to keep you from cutting it. So as long as I'm very gentle with it, I shouldn't hit the rubber so much. So I'm very thankful that that's on there. And I could probably go back a little further. And I'll probably loosen this up again and figure out where exactly I need to put this so that way it doesn't get caught on anything. Because right next to it is the shaft for the drill head. Assuming that's the right terminology. Somebody in the comments correct me. Nice to see all new wires that aren't rotten. I don't know when this drill press was made. I'm guessing 60s, 70s, maybe 50s. I have no idea. All I know, it was free. I didn't pay a dime for it except for what I'm doing to it now. And that is fixing it. Because it needs help. But it's still cheaper than buying a new drill press. And this is a real nice heavy duty one too. So it'll be worth it. I also got crimp-on connectors because if you noticed on the last one it had the crimp-on connectors, well, I thought about trying to do that again. So, because I feel like that would be beneficial. So, all right. We're gonna go ahead and strip back some insulation so you can slide this on the switch. Let's try to, hopefully I do this right and don't screw it up because I don't want to screw it up. And this tool is a cheap piece of crap because it does not want to do anything. Ugh. All right, let's go ahead and, it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Nope, I screwed it up. I didn't get in the right spot. Or I did something wrong. All right, let's do that. And just, oh, I think I know what I'm doing wrong now. Oh, it's on there now. But I still feel like I did it wrong, so I'm gonna try one more time because I can't get it on, because it doesn't feel like it's on there all the way. Mistakes happen, friends. That's all part of life. Thankfully, I got a whole bunch of these, even though they're not cheap. Or at least at Lowe's, they're not cheap. I probably could have got away with them at Harbor Freight, but Harbor Freight was closed at the time when I bought these. So get up nice and high, crimp it on. So don't go in the middle, go at the ends. Got it. So, oh yeah, this ain't going anywhere. I'll probably go on it one more time to make sure it's nice and tight. Maybe go around here a little, make sure it's tight around there. Yeah, I think that's good enough. It's not going anywhere. All right, that's one. Let's take a look at the camera, make sure I'm still recording. Oh yeah. Let's zoom out though. All right, so I got these put on here. I'm gonna slip them over the switch here in a minute. I really did not give myself a lot of leeway, did I? So let's see, this is the, here's what I got. I got the hots connected to the switch and I got the neutrals and grounds connected to each other. So now I'm gonna loosen this up, slide these wires back and get this mounted in place and go from there. Now, of course, when you do projects like this, it never goes as planned. One thing I noticed as I was trying to run the wires is that the wires are rubbing on the drive shaft for the chuck of the drill press. And if they rub, the insulation will come off and could potentially start a fire. So therefore, I'm going to have to address this problem. We're sick and tired of this shit. Or I am, at least. So, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to strip these back, pull these back so only these black leads are going here. That should be, in theory, enough room to allow me to get this in here without it hitting anything. Because they ran all the wires up here. And I feel like if I have this cut back and out of the way, and only the black leads come up here, there's not going to be that much to get in the way, and it should, in theory, not be an issue. Yeah! That fixed that problem. As long as it's not rubbing, I'm okay with it. No, it's not rubbing. Perfect! That's that. Now, make sure we're still clearing. Yes, we are. Okay, now that the fun part was over, that took me about a half hour to do. I'm moving on to the motor, which is also going to be another fun part. Now, the motor, if I remember correctly, is the bottom one. No, it's the top one. I wired it backwards. Not that it matters, but I wired it backwards. But it does work. All right, that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this.